Hi Harris, my name's Simi. I'm a Picture House podcast. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for being here. You've been on such a journey with Urchin. It premiered in Cannes earlier this year, and now you're bringing it to UK and Irish audiences, in particular London, where the heart of the story is. And it's really exciting to have you here because you're part of the Picture House family. You worked closely with us on Scrapper a few years ago.
Yes.
Charlotte Reagan's directorial debut, and now you're here with your directorial debut, Urchin.
So, Mike, we're clear on your release plan, yeah?
Yes.
We've set you up at a local hostel.
How has the ride been, and how does it feel for people to finally see this film at home?
It feels great. It feels very special. It feels meaningful. Like we had the premiere recently and had all of my family there and all of my friends there. It felt like a nice sort of homecoming after Cannes, and for people to be able to see what I've been doing for the last 4 or so years. It felt really, it felt really special. And then to have it at Picture House, we're very grateful to have the support of you guys. So it's been lovely.
I feel like it's a big pinch me moment.
I also didn't know how sort of much of an ordeal it was going to be. I think a lot of people thought it was just going to be a small low-key screening, and then I got there and there was like Urchin on the stairs and
7 screens,
full
takeover.
Full takeover was really, really cool. It definitely wasn't lost on me. I felt very grateful. I couldn't sleep that night. I was just laying there thinking about how mad it is that we're here releasing it finally. You know, it's not a given that you're able to A, finance a film, B, get it made, C, release it and have distribution. So it's really not lost on me how lucky we are. It was a hard film to make. It's not necessarily like an easy subject, but I think people are responding well, and I think, you know, the work and the love that we all put into it is evident.
So what drew you to go behind the camera in particular for Frank's story?
I mean, this is something I wrote like 5 years ago. I started writing it a while ago, and then I'd wanted to direct before I directed a short film before. I used to direct these little videos as a kid. I was trying to make skateboard videos. I was trying to bring like scenes into them and trying to make them a little more dramatic. So I've always wanted to make stuff, but acting kind of took off beforehand. And then I got to a place where I was like, okay, I need to carry that on.
Yeah, and how did you find your creative rhythm, in particular working so closely with Frank Dillane, who I would like to say is a star?
He's a star.
He is a star.
For sure.
He's a star boy.
Yeah, he's a star. And also, people were like, oh, it's a star-making turn, or when people say the film discovered him, it's like, no one can discover Frank. Frank has been putting in the work and has been doing phenomenal work for a long time. So he's been there, and he's definitely much here. So we had an amazing experience. I mean, we were lucky that Frank signed on quite a long time before we started shooting.
Amazing, yeah.
So it meant that we prepped a lot, which was abnormal for a film this size. We rehearsed a lot, and I introduced him to a lot of the advisors that were helping on the film, and it just meant that we could really build the foundation of the world and the character together. And then when it came to the shoot, it felt like fun. You know, it felt a real exercise in kind of play as well.
Yeah.
You know.
So tell me about this job.
Yeah, I've got a chef role in a hotel.
Enjoy Yourself, it's one of the best hotels in London, so...
Is it?
Yeah, it's on the top list in UK.
All right, the steak, well done with fish.
Was you working before your sentence?
Not really. So I was sleeping on the streets for a while.
Get up!
Hello.
What are you doing?
Sorry, I'll just close my eyes for a second.
Talking about your directing, so I want to talk about the tone of Urchin. So when I was watching it in our staff screening, 10 a.m. in the morning, I was thinking about how the film was really raw, but also very tender. And I feel like certain films like this could have easily fallen into like bleak social realism. But Urchin is actually very funny, and it's also very hopeful at times. And I was wondering how you were balancing that as a director.
It's hard because I feel either end of the spectrum there's a risk in going too far or misrepresenting the kind of severity of the issues. But I think we were very clear that we had to kind of start out the process and the script stage and welcome in a lot of scrutiny from various different fields, and then it meant that the kind of basis and the facts were there, and the care was there, and the attention was there, and then it meant that we could kind of depart creatively if we wanted to, tonally, and it meant that the language of the film could be a little more eclectic, and also just I think comedy is something that's deserved for a film like this, deserved for a character like this, and we often think of a victim in the centre of a story like this, and we don't allow them that kind of levity and humanity, and really it's a huge part of that story as well.
Yeah, there's some really funny moments in there which are quite unexpected, which is why I think they were so funny when they with the delivery.
Yeah.
But with Urchin as well, it's very rooted in London. When filming in London, obviously you're from here, but did it change your relationship to the city? Do you see it in a different way?
Whilst filming here?
Yeah.
It's interesting because you're in environments that you know very well, but you're in, we did a lot of night shoots, so you're there at like 3 a.m. and you do see a different side to it when you're there working and you're kind of orchestrating something. There's a different energy as opposed to sort of like stumbling home from a party or something, or
really
like
noticing everything.
Yeah, you're really like attentive to everything in a different way, and of course like having an orchestrated, more structured understanding of an area or a location because you've had to go there a lot for a scout or a tech recce. It definitely changes perspective. And now when I'm walking around certain areas, London Fields, I'm like, I
was about to ask
we were shooting there, and it's weird, yeah.
When you look at the same place, you're like, oh, I know this place so well now, and just walking in the daytime must be very strange.
Yeah.
And so I have had this one question which I've been very excited to ask you.
Yeah.
So without any spoilers of the film, there's a scene where Mike asks Andrea, what do you think we live for? And you wrote that. So I'm going to turn the question around and ask you, what do you think we live for?
Can I not just say the same thing that she says?
Yeah.
What does she say? She says love, sex. No, but that's not true. What does she say? She says something. I don't know. We were talking about this on set because we were saying what would you actually say, Megan? And we came up with a list of like notions rather than like emotions. And then she was like, and then he was like, well, you're just listing emotions. And so that was scripted. But then we were like, okay, how do we make it justify? What do I think we live for? I mean, honestly, like family comes to mind. It depends. Sometimes like finding, I think that was a line like she comes back as this like steady happiness, and I genuinely think that's like something that's easier said than done. Like
agreed.
Long term, attainable. Yeah, health and happiness. I don't know how you get there, but
I feel like she says that as well because I think Frank in the film is struggling with the steady happiness. Which is, it's a big moment. And now, so because we're a Picture House Cinemas podcast...
What do you think we live for?
Oh, I knew he was going to ask this back. I would also say the same, like love, family, just being a good person.
Yeah.
I feel like it's very cheesy and cliche though, isn't it?
I know, but what else can you say? If you say anything else, you sound like an idiot.
Yeah, but I think it is just, I feel like being a good person and love, makes the world go round.
Yeah.
Been sober for 7 months.
I'm listening to a lot of meditation tapes and stuff.
It's really helping me.
The road is clear. Each decision is yours. Your possibilities are endless. You're in the driver's seat.
Yeah, so we're a Picture House podcast, and so I wanted to ask you, what is your dream day at the cinema looking like? What are you watching?
Yeah.
Who are you with?
Okay.
And what are you eating?
Okay. I like getting popcorn, but I also like having
Sweet,
chocolate.
Salt?
Mixed.
Ooh,
Mixed. But not a lot of
interesting.
places mix it well enough. They do like a layer of salt and then a layer of sweet, and I'm like, I want them to just
Mix
mash
it
it
around.
up. Yeah.
Agreed.
So a bit of that, and then water. I'm not really one for like. I had a bad experience with a big ice blast when I was a kid, so I don't need that again.
I need to know the story.
No, it's just like too much of it, and you don't need
Sugar
that.
rush.
Yeah, I spit all over me, and then yeah, too much. So just boring, but like water maybe. I don't know how people get drunk in the cinema. I find that quite weird.
Crazy.
People that like get proper boozy in films, I'm like, I'd be somewhere else. And then.
So what are you going to watch?
What am I going to watch?
Any film ever. Can't be your own.
Can't be my own. Forrest Gump.
Oh.
Nice, feel good, long, but like
Very wholesome.
Wholesome, yeah, very wholesome.
And who are you watching?
I was going to say
with?
Barry Lyndon, but Barry Lyndon is not something maybe everyone would want to go and. It's 3 hours. It's quite. I don't think it's a tough watch, but maybe I don't know. Some people I went with recently struggled. So.
Oh, for the restoration recently. Nice. Who are you watching these films with?
Well, probably my to-be wife. Otherwise, it'll have to
I
say
think she'll be offended if you didn't say her name.
Yeah.
Okay, amazing. And so to just wrap this up, I was going to ask you, when people watch this film in the cinema, what's the one thing you hope they take away from this?
Understanding. Insight, you know. Hopefully it opens up some insight into this kind of story.
Oh, lovely. Amazing. Well, thank you, Harris, for speaking to me.
That's all right.
It's been great, and I'm excited that this film will be out in UK and Irish cinemas very soon.
Cool. Thank you.